We are still at National Harbor, but not for much longer. The baseball winter meetings are over, and the lobby is clearing out. Roch is a very happy man. I see a cocktail in his future.
And a happy dance.
But for the Orioles and their fans, I will say, Roch, it feels a little bit like Groundhog Day, Winter Meetings Edition, because the Orioles came here with some needs to fill. They haven't yet filled them. They did make 2 Rule 5 picks, so they're only additions as they leave here at Rule 5 picks. But again, the cautionary word is there's no deadline. The offseason did not end today.
Exactly. And actually, it was 4 picks if you count the minor league phase. I set the over-under at 4. Nailed it. So that's what I keep telling people. I know it's tough to be patient, obviously, but this is how this team operates. I was not coming here expecting them to leave with a Chris Sale or an Adam Eaton or an Andrew McCutcheon or any big-ticket items, Chapman, anybody like that. And they're going to keep building this team all the way up till opening day. We see signings in spring training, especially in this market. I've talked to some other executives who say if ever there was a market that really benefited the Orioles as far as waiting for somebody to drop and you swoop in, it's this one. And whether that's a Trumbo, whether it's an Encarnacion, whoever. I mean, they're still looking for outfielders, even though they took 2 today in the major league phase of the draft. That doesn't mean they're done looking for them at all. Bullpen depth, a veteran catcher. I think they're going to have to act more quickly on the catchers because they're coming off the board fast. And if Matt Wieder's agent said, hey, we could wait till January to sign for him to pick a team, you can't wait that longer for the Orioles because these guys are all coming off the board. But there's still a lot of work to do. They know that. They had a couple more meetings this morning before the draft. Dan Duquette told us. Hopefully they laid that groundwork, as we say, just like they try to do at the GM meetings, that'll lead to future deals.
Yeah. There's still some appealing corner outfielders out there. Is maybe in the trade market. Jarrod Dyson is a guy I think we've seen the Orioles name linked to. I mean, he seems like a fit for them. Now, whether there's a fit in the trade, we'll see. But he's got speed, some on base, some defense. That's just one name that they're looking at. And so, again, a lot more is going to happen here in the next few. Sometimes we see a flurry of signings in the week or two after the winter meetings.
Right, and then hopefully you shut down for Christmas because I think we all need a break. Hey, Jose Bautista's still out there. And, fans don't love Dyson. If we're talking about him, we may as well talk about Bautista. But they still need that right fielder, on-base percentage guy, capable of stealing bases plus defense. Whoever that is, that's what they're looking for. I know it's easier said than done. Dexter Fowler would be great. But I don't know if they want to go 4 to 60 plus whatever for Dexter Fowler, who wants to play center field anyway. But he really would be the perfect fit, and I have to kind of get that out of my head right now.
The catching position is interesting to me. In our interview with Keith Law, I think he was very favorable on Shan Cisco. He said he sees this kid being an everyday major league regular for years and maybe above average. I think that's one of the most glowing reports I've heard from a national analyst. They're coming to the realization, it sounds like, that this kid might be able to play okay defense in the majors, and we know the bat could play. So now the Orioles got to figure out who is the bridge to Cisco and how long that bridge is going to go.
Right, and again, can't stress enough, they are willing to sign someone to a 2-year deal to be that bridge. Doesn't have to be 1 year, doesn't have to be one in an option. They will go 2. Is that Welington Castillo, so I can make a lot of Beef Wellington jokes? Is that Nick Hundley? I mean, those seem to be 2 primary guys. I heard they liked A.J. Ellis, who signed the 1-year deal with the Marlins yesterday, or at least they agreed to terms. But they are going to look for that bridge. And then you hope that Cisco's beaten down the door, and then you'll figure it out later. You hope that he forces your hand, where either you have to say, look, right now we're doing really well how we are. We can't move you up, but we'll do it as soon as we can. Or this kid's ready, and we'll clear a spot for you. But either way, they're not going to rush him to the majors. He's a work in progress. I don't think he turns 22 till February. So he's always been very young for whatever level he's played at, Carolina League, Eastern League, and it certainly would be in AAA and the majors. So there really is no need to rush him.
All right, 2 new Orioles. They're Rule 5 picks. They were going to have to stick on the roster all year to make it. We'll see if they can. Anuri Tavares from the Red Sox organization and Anthony Santander from the Cleveland organization. Tavares is the speedy one who's played at higher levels. Santander has played only in the Carolina League. He tore it up, but he's got a big jump to make. And I didn't hear glowing reports on their defense from Dan Duquette, so I think they like the offense of these guys. And fans have already asked us, is this the outfielders? Have they filled their needs? The answer to that is
no. No. I mean, and really, I was going to say it doesn't cost much to take a look at these guys. The price has gone up from $50,000 to $100,000, but you bring them in, you take a look, and Santander especially is coming off right shoulder surgery apparently. They weren't able to see all of his medicals, but they know he's not 100%. But there's time, and you evaluate him, and then you figure it out. Obviously, the odds of him sticking are long, even though Jason Garcia stuck, and he had the higher ceiling, but he was an A-ball guy instead of Logan Verrett, who's now back in the organization. But still, it's going to be a big leap for him. And he does, and we were told this before the draft, that there was a guy single-A level from the Indians the Orioles liked, who projected more as a DH. And lo and behold, they end up taking somebody from the single-A level of the Indians. Pretty sure it was him. And it's tough to all of a sudden be a DH in the American League East, making that jump. But again, go ahead and take a look at him. If he's still slow coming back from that surgery, I guess you could DL him. You try and work out a deal if you want to keep him in the organization, whatever, or you just send him back. It doesn't hurt to look.
Absolutely. So that'll be about a wrap on our coverage at the winter meetings. Big thank you to Bobby, who's behind the camera now, Olivia, who was behind the camera often, and Pete Kurtzel, who helped bring all of this together. We enjoyed bringing it to you. We know our website was blowing up. That's exciting for us. Don't turn away now. Keep reading, because there's still more to come. And
Thank you.
That's it from National Harbor.
And scene.
On MASNsports.com.